Oh no, I don't have so much time today.
Let it go, let it go. Those creatures must die, you know. Let it go, let it go. Teysa Karlov will trigger it again.
What's up everyone, welcome back one more time. You know the deal, we play Historic Brawl. This time revisiting Teysa Karlov. Second time we are playing with Teysa Karlov in the channel. First time was really at the beginning of the channel, which was about 3 months ago. And I think that some of those decks, of course, were not viewed by many of their current viewers, so I guess we can rerun them and try new cards, new things that we can do. We're playing versus Ivy. Jesus, I feel like we're playing versus Ivy in every video. She is so heavily represented in current Historic Brawl meta. Everybody plays their Ivy. And yeah, it's a fun commander. Ivy is super powerful. We are under a lot of... Wow, they have how many? 5 lands already? What? What are we playing against? These are 2 different games. Alright, we can kill an Ivy with Grizzly Sigil, but this is over from the second turn. Ah, alright. Yeah, not much we can do. I really feel like Teysa has fell apart in the last couple of years. There's so much better options for a Orzhov commander that's trying to do similar things. Teysa, it's a little slow, hits the battlefield, does not have immediate value most of the time. So I really think that she is not as powerful as she used to be. We will concede here. Our opponent has destroyed us. That's what Ivy can do. We are back for more Teysa Karlov. Let's see if we can pick up a victory. Got destroyed by Ivy last round. Opponent goes first. This hand looks fine if we find the second black source, or any source for that matter, because we have 2 black sources in hand. Yeah, we're playing versus Tiamat, so Tiamat is really scary if they ramp fast. Once they cast Tiamat, it's usually game over, but that requires 7 mana. Our deck is not too quick at closing games, so this deck is mostly trying to find sacrifice synergies to overwhelm the opponent with value, but it's not strictly designed to kill them really fast unless you can assemble some sort of Blood Artist effect, one on top of the other, and sacrifice many creatures at the same time, which you can oftenly do, but it's not too usual that you achieve that. And opponent's setting up with the Rhythm of the Wild, so we are not very pressured and they are not ramping, so that is good news for us. And we can play here Braids and start sacrificing stuff. I think we sacrifice Shambling Ghast for the treasure. That gives us another card and pings them for 2. So I'd be scared if they had played Mana Rock, maybe a Into the North. Uro is not too scary either. They might ramp here, but it's not really scary. Alright, 5 mana for them. We can... I guess we can play, let's attack first. We can attack for 5 and then we can play Teysa. Sacrifice the Oligarch, get the triggers and get two afterlife creatures. So we drew a Godless Shrine, they go to 15 and we have some pressure in the air too. Alright, well, opponent has made everything to their power to get to the 7 mana as fast as possible. But we can really pressure them, because we could blitz a Tenacious Underdog here, sacrifice it with Brace at the end of the turn, draw the cards from Teysa, and we don't kill them, but we leave them really almost dead. So let's do it. That's a good plan. We can blitz in the Tenacious Underdog. Everyone attacks. They go down to 5. We sack the Tenacious Underdog to Braids. They get drained for 2. We draw 2 cards from the double triggers from Teysa, and they're down to 3. So we should have this, unless they have a... Well, even through a board wipe, we should really have this. Yeah, Supreme Verdict. Because we have the Tenacious Underdog. And wow, now it's even better because we have Thoughtseize. Let's see if they can do something about this. Oh, yeah, Tamiyo's Completion. Alright, we take the Tamiyo's Completion, which I believe they couldn't even play. But we close it with Tenacious Underdog. Nice. And we will GG them back. Good game opponent. And yeah, nice victory. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to play with Teysa Karlov. Sacrifice double-in triggers. Versus Vivian on the hand. Mono green. Opponent goes first. I've been having such a bad luck with the coin flip lately. Like, feels like I'm on the draw every game. Alright, that's me being salty for 5 seconds. We will go Shambling Gust turn 1, which is always really good. If they play a small creature, we might be able to kill it. Gala Greeters. Do we have any Oh, now we do. Village Rites. What we can do is we can sack Shambling Gust to the Village Rite. Gala Greeters provide so much value left untouched that I'm willing to be mana inefficient here just to kill the Greeters. So let's use Village Rites. -1/-1 the Greeters and draw 2. Those are 2 good draws for us. That's a very good hand versus mono green. We even have the Xander's Wake. We have to decide what 2-drop we play here. Xander's Wake is the most value card of all. And I guess it makes sense. Although I think we were supposed to play the... No, we're lacking black. We are lacking black sources. Questing Beast. We get hit by a Questing Beast. We can deal with the Questing Beast, but we also need double black for most of the things that we want to do. So we have to put the Predation as a land and just wait for their next move before deciding what to kill. We could have killed the Questing Beast. Maybe they have a protection spell, but I think it makes sense that we wait. They could play something even better here. Like this, Kura. Although I guess we can still kill Kura with rights. So the play is still to dispark Questing Beast. Both affect exile, so we get rid of Kura without the death trigger. But we have to sacrifice the Flesh Taker, or we have to sacrifice the Sander. Sorry, we had to sacrifice the Doom Descenter to do this. I didn't see the Doom Descenter for a moment in my hand. Alright, we sack the Doom Descenter, kill the Kura, and pick up a Morbid Opportunist from the Xander's Wake spellbook. I guess that's the best card there. Well, we are dealing with what they are doing. We are super responsive to what they are doing. We are not deploying our threats, and this is also something that I always try to note from games. Is like who is reacting and who is pushing or developing their strategy, and currently they are doing that, and we are just reacting with the cards in hand. We are just trying to kill what they play, and they keep playing things. And I'm super worried about Vivian, because Vivian refills their hand pretty easily. But we have to kill Thorn Mammoth. We cannot let that live. So we throw Flesh Taker in and draft another card. So you see, our deck is very good at these little value things, like doubling up this trigger, drain you up a little bit, drafting a card from here. But these are small things, and our opponent is doing every turn they are playing a massive thing. And we cannot keep up to that, because now they drew essentially 3 spells. And we keep drawing lands. So I guess we are supposed to pressure them on the air. If they cannot deal with these angels, then we can control Vivian. That's our way out of this situation. They can make so much mana, 6 mana from Castle Garenbrig. And Workshop Warchip. Oh, I see what they're going to do. They're going to sack it to Vivian. Yeah, you see, opponent is playing bomb after bomb, and with Vivian on the field, it's really an uphill battle for us. Our effects are much smaller, much synergistics, and they're just doing, yeah, I play big green spells and just win. Don't get me wrong, I love playing mono green. I think it's one of my preferred archetypes. And Vivian on the Hunt looks super sweet. I should take note of this. Alright, how do we deal with this? Midhook Massacre, we can do it for 5. But that makes Kogla survive. Maybe we can wait one more turn. Perhaps play both Morbid Opportunist. Hope that we can raft the board the following turn. And draw cards. We can also play the Thieves Guild Enforcer, but it has flash. Yeah, you see, we play a couple of Morbid Opportunists here and there. If they die, we draw some cards, we draft some cards from Xander's Wake, but we are reacting, just trying to defend ourselves. It's quite disappointing that we haven't drawn... Well, we have drawn a couple of removal spells, but we have more than this. We could have drawn other removal spells to deal. We have so many board wipes. We have the Midhook Massacre, but that is just the worst of our removal spells, of our rafts versus green. So now we draw 2 cards from Thief Guild Enforcer dying, but they are not too helpful. Ay, 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 ay. No! Treasure Keeper. If they play all their entire hand and we can remove everything with Midhook, well, this might work in our favor. Are we coming back from this? Because we can kill... Oh, they can still take Vivian up. Alright, we can kill everything. We can kill everything. Sack a creature. If you do... What will they bring? This is the key moment. What will they tutor for? Come on. Oh, no. Well, Ashaya will lose power and toughness when we kill the board, right? Oh, how? I think they got us. Because they will lose one... Huh. Wow, what a turn. We can do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Midhook for 7. But Ashaya survives. Because all the creatures are essentially forest right now. If we kill the board, Ashaya will still have the power equal to their lands plus 1. So they will have, it will be a 9 power creature. We can give -7, -7. Yeah, this is game. However we do it is game. So many triggers from things dying. We drain them, we draw a couple cards, none of which are useful, and we are essentially tapped out versus a 9-9, 10-10, and we will scoop it up. Wow, Shaya won it for them. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with Teysa Karlov. What a brutal loss to Vivian. Little does opponent know that they tutor for the perfect creature at the perfect time, because if that was any other creature, albeit it had to be at least a 7 toughness creature, we killed their entire board right there. And they would have still Vivian on the battlefield, but things would have been at least equalized. And they tutor for Ashaya, and Ashaya was too much. Well then, we are playing versus Soul of Windgrace, another very difficult commander, giant commander that awaits us with an upgrade. How about that? Okay, so Soul of Windgrace, it's really powerful if they are able to deploy some lands to their graveyard. But right now we have a black market connections, and that is as good as a turn 3 play can be for us, because now we are not under pressure and we usually do the 3 things, take 6 but draw 1, put a token and put a treasure on the battlefield. And we have many lines of play here, but I guess one that I like is playing Bastion of Remembrance plus leaving up swords, because next turn we need to deal with Soul of Windgrace. And at the same time, if we start sacrificing creatures, we gain life from the Bastion. Because don't get me wrong, I'm going to pay as much as I can with these black market connections. So long we're not under pressure by them, I'm always taking the risky line with black markets. Well, looks like opponent is going to destroy the black market connections. So no more value for me. But now look at this, now they are reacting to what we are doing. So whereas in last game we were doing that, now it's our opponent who is actually reacting to our plays, and that is great for us. That is great for us because now it looks like we have a opening for Teysa, and that makes every other play in the following turns for us even more valuable. So I'm willing to take this line. Let's see if they still react or if they try to play their own cards to develop their own board. If not, Braids is awaiting for them. Faceless Looting. Most likely going to try to put a land in the graveyard that they can maybe use with Windgrace. Well, they would have to have another land in their hand, one on the graveyard, and play Windgrace. That's their most upside. There's a land, the most upside play. Alright, opponent keeps the reaction. Well, that's fine, because we can still recast. We can still recast Teysa. Oh, even better with the 6th land. And usually feels really good when they deal with your commander, but you can cast it right away. Because that was their decision last turn. Their decision last turn was to deal with Teysa Karlov. They used many resources to make that happen. But Teysa Karlov is back again, and we always have access to our commander, so it feels like we are not underutilizing resources. There's the Windgrace. So Windgrace grabs a land. We will kill it immediately. Fine. So Teysa now it's on the battlefield, and it looks like it's going to be Braids time. And we have a very nice play here, because we can go Braids and Guildsworn Prowler and essentially draw 2 from the Prowler and also get the trigger from Braids. So sack the Prowler, draw and drain them, and then even drain them from the Bastion and draw 2. This is when this deck feels so powerful, but you need to set up, you need sacrifice outlets, you need Teysa on the battlefield. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. Are they giving up? That was a play. Maelstrom Pulse, but we have lethal. Yep, we had lethal. Alright, another victory. This will be our last round playing with Teysa Karlov. We are going up against Arvad, so a battle of Orzhov commanders, and what we also have an Arvad in hand, so interesting. Hand looks nice. Arvad, new alchemy commander for Orzhov. Really goes well into the aristocrat deck, so we will watch out for their own sacrifice synergies, and we'll see which deck prevails. Death Touch Lifelink, when a creature dies, at the end of the turn, Arvad gains perpetually plus X, equal to the number of creatures that die for them. Look at that, we are the Arvad players' opponent, we are the Arvad players. Though I really don't like seeing Arvad in their battlefield so early. I'm really evaluating using Spark Harvest to get rid of both Arvads. And this is a big mistake that I have just done. I was supposed to put Juka Bog after killing Arvad. Let's hope that they move it into the command zone, because otherwise I'm going to be really sad about having rushed that Bojuka Bog into play. Alright, yes, we kill Arvad, we sacrifice our own Arvad. Yeah, because then Bojuka Bog could potentially remove Arvad from the yard. Come on, move it to the command zone. Oh no, because now that was a big mistake. Alright, so that could have been avoided. Hope that this is a learning experience for me and for everyone. Like, I didn't pay attention. Alright, so and then have the Coming of Morning. So whenever a creature with higher mana value than Arvad dies, Arvad's going to come back to the battlefield. Well, let's hope that that doesn't decide the game for them. What we can do is play Seraph and Hassan. Alright. So they had the perfect answer for Seraph, an exile base removal spell. But this is a good draw, because Loath is always really nice when you play it. One of those planeswalkers that you feel like you stabilize really well when you play it. We'll see if our opponent can deal with it. Bastion of Remembrance. Alright, so opponent is also in the draining plan, going to attack Loath. And here is the awkward part, because we need to defend Loath, we have to kill the Kami, and then Arvad will be back for them. Not only that, Arvad will grow at the end of their turn. This is such a bad misplay from the first 2 turns. This shouldn't be happening. And they will have a big creature now. And they even return that to their hand. Yeah, not looking very good. We have to draw. We need something better. Yeah. Well, alright. Let's see, what can we do with what we have in hand? I guess we can put the Tenacious Underdog and maybe sacrifice it to the Fellstinger. That gives us a good blocker and 2 cards in hand. And we really need to draw some cards to catch up to them. Take 2 in the process.
My will cannot be
Well, we can even Thoughtseize then. That was a nice draw. Kami, this spark, right? Oh, I hate this. Right is the best card for them here, but Right also has flashback. But I mean, if I don't make them discard Right, they can use it twice, and that's really, really hurtful for us. They find a land. Okay, they specialize Rasad. Why would they do this? Oh, because they are going to attack with everything to LOL. They know that we can trade with Rasad, get back the Seraph, so they don't give me that option and just offer me the trade with Arvad. Yeah,
I'm sure you'll miss
I think that's a smart play from them, because I was going to probably jump the Rasad, get back the Seraph of the Scales. Well then, we can put Angels into play. I don't know how good is that, but 7 mana for 8 power in the air looks good. They cannot dispark them. They could Rite of Oblivion one of them, but I still like the play. Because Teysa Karlov dies, Tenacious Underdog gets exiled. And this Kami of Morning, yeah, destroying us. Looks like we are losing to alchemy cards. But that's my reflection of this deck. My Teysa Karlov deck is not using so many of those. Of course you saw this Sanders Wake, but I feel like my build of Teysa Karlov is a little bit outdated, and it doesn't hold a candle to newer and better builds of Orzhov in general. But that's the evolution of the game, so we are not going to complain too much about that. We just need to test things and understand what works, what doesn't work. And my recommendation for you is that if you're going to go in the Orzhov sacrifice route, Teysa can be a good card in the 99, but as a commander, it has lost some of her advantage. Okay, we have a Morbid Opportunist, and basically that's it. Rasad comes back again. They will exile probably the Angel. Why didn't it trigger? I'm confused. These sparks, and we are under attack by a whole lot of creatures. Alright, let's see how we block these. We are at 8. No, we have a better block, right? I need to jump the 9/9 with the Morbid. Yeah, jump the 9/9 with the Morbid Opportunist, and then 4/4 eats the 3/2. We take 6. Yeah. Bastion triggers. We get drain to 1. And we can dispark something. We cannot dispark Arvat. We can just dispark that to be efficient with the mana, but that's it. Opponent is at 45 life, and we are essentially dead. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we can just good game them and concede. All right, yep, another loss with this deck. Disappointing. So this is the end of the video. Teysa Karlov is not good anymore. Even though we just lost, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. Wow, that was bad. Alright, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and yeah, see each other on the next video.